Cool. So, welcome everyone to another Tuesday Zoom or a pre-recorded one. Unfortunately, yeah, not able to do the Zoom this week, but hopefully we are looking at adding another day in as some of you kind of fed back. You said that you'd like to see another Zoom throughout the week. So, just looking and find an opportunity that works for most of you, but then also one that I can schedule in and make sure that we can hit consistently. So, first of all, Happy New Year. We're into January, and yeah, hopefully we're all working towards and smashing our goals. Um, a lot of us we've kind of identified our goals, we know where we're going. So this is kind of just to remind ourselves where results and where hitting goals comes from, because sometimes we can get caught in our own mindset. And again, like I do this myself, and this comes from a place of vulnerability because I think the same thing about myself. And whether it's running a business or if it's my fitness goals, all of this same stuff applies to me. And it's just kind of sharing that. Um, and reminded ourselves that, this first bit, if I can work this out, the situation might be unique, but the results or what we want is all born the same way. We all have to do the same stuff to achieve the same things. So my situation versus, Bob down the street, we might be in completely different situations, we might be in different circumstances, but if we both want to, gain weight, lose weight, if we want to get stronger, we have to do the same stuff to get there. And I think this is where we might be able to change certain things, but ultimately, when we just zoom out, we have to do the stuff to be able to achieve the goal. So, what does that look like in a different setting or a different sense? So, like, let's not beat around the bush. And especially when it comes to January, probably on social media at the minute, we all know January is the time where everyone starts their fitness goals and they want to achieve a certain thing. So coaches, fitness coaches, are going to be jumping on this. All right. They're going to be posting the most outrageous stuff. They're going to be creating reels. They're going to be creating posts that are going to grab your attention. You're not allowed to eat carbohydrates. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. These are all just like, and again, like most of you, if any of you probably follow other coaches or if you follow, like, I know most of them, I know what they're doing. It's all marketing. And I even do it myself. Like I'll do it myself sometimes because it's marketing. It's grabbing people's attention. It's trying to show who you are as a coach, but also trying to make sales and trying to, bring people on board, because once they're on board, you really can help them. But it's that piece of social media content that kind of lures people in, the same way that, you know um, Tesco's, Asda, or they'll start playing Christmas music in the supermarkets at like September. It's because psychologically it creates you, it puts you in this panic. I worked in retail for 7 years. It was like, get the big red signs out because red, sale, association, like you get, it's all like a mindset and it's all psychological to get you to spend and buy and go crazy. So when you hear stuff like you shouldn't be doing this, it makes you question this whole process. And all this is for, and what we're talking about today, is just to reel you in a little bit and to remind you that actually it's not as crazy as it may seem. When it comes to weight loss, it's as simple as having less calories. If you're looking to gain weight, then it's simple as eating more calories. If you want to get stronger, it's progressive overload, making sure that you're using the micro plates. If it's 1.25, if it's 2.5, slowly increasing the weights every single week. If it's building muscle, then we're looking at volume. Maybe we're hitting more reps, more sets. If we're talking about mindset, it's about the people you surround yourself with, engaging with the community. Maybe you're someone that goes, oh, group chats aren't for me. Maybe you're saying, oh, the community vibe's not for me. But everyone who engages and, and is in part of the group chat and engages in the community see the results. And that's where it goes back to you're not the exception or you're not an exception, because, if it works for 90% of people, it's going to have an effect on you. We are a reflection of the people that we surround ourselves with. If you surround yourself in a community of people who are fit, athletic, they want to gain muscle, they like achieving goals, you're going to be the other person in that group. So it's about surrounding yourself with the right people, achieving goals, and it says the same as everyone else. You know, no one's going to achieve a goal by not doing a thing. You know, the bed isn't going to be made if we don't get up and make the bed. We're not going to get in the shower by not getting in the shower. You're not going to achieve your weight loss or your strength goals by not doing the thing. So That's just to remind ourselves that, we're not in a unique situation. Our situation might be unique, but we still have to do the same stuff to be able to achieve that goal or that particular place. And it's about reinventing the wheel as well. Sometimes we go crazy, if we speak about the very first wheel, okay? This ugly stone looking thing, it worked, it done the job. So if we're talking about, let's just say, weight loss is always the easy one to talk about. So let's say, this stone is like the weight loss journey. Let's say all these wheels are the weight loss journey. Um, you've got the stone wheel that is, a calorie deficit and exercise, eat less, move more. Okay. And then you've got this amazing, let's just say it's a Michelin tire. It's great, great grip. It's I don't know much about tires, but sticks in water. It's like whatever. It's like the top end tire. Do you know what that looks like? That is your, I don't know, Weight Watchers. Maybe it's your, Joe Wicks home workouts. Maybe you've then got a coach on top of that. Maybe then you're getting supplements from MyProtein. Maybe you're then, I don't know, signed up to some other silly little thing, and then you're scrolling through Instagram, you're consuming. Maybe you're then going into Zoe and you're getting like the blood glucose monitors, and you're thinking about the stop, stop. You've overwhelmed yourself. Great tires, good information, eat less, move more, simple. So it's about, we don't have to recreate the wheel. We don't have to go over the top. We don't have to consume all these things. They're sales, they're marketing. You can just keep it simple. And I think that's where a lot of this confusion, a lot of this stress, a lot of this overwhelm, and ultimately burnout comes from because we're trying to do 101 things rather than just doing the same thing. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. So literally, it's as simple as following the plan. Okay. Sometimes we want this, we want the shiny new object. We want the Zoe app. We want, the Weight Watchers. Maybe we want whatever fitness influencer we watch. Maybe they've got a cool little program, or maybe they've got some, back in the day when I was 16, there used to be like these straps that you'd restrict the blood flow. I thought that was so cool because the person that I watched was doing it. Little did I know that's actually like your arm could fall off. It's restricting blood flow. Yeah, maybe it's good at, getting blood into the muscles, but you're literally restricting blood flow. Like, what? Thinking about that now, I'm like, why? But because of this shiny new object, because rather than just doing the thing, I reached for the shiny object, but it didn't do anything for me. So it's just follow the plan, We've got workout schedules, we've got a group chat, we've got a community. Trust me, I wouldn't be pushing it and I wouldn't have this business or I wouldn't create this business if it didn't work for people. If it didn't work with people, there wouldn't be a group chat. There wouldn't be a fitness app. There wouldn't be a workout plan because it doesn't work. It doesn't help people. But because it does, it's proven results. It happens time and time again. That's why it's in place. That's why it's needed. And that's why it's so important that for you and your goals, you follow the plan and you crack on with it. So just going back as just a little reminder, your situation might be unique. My situation isn't going to be the same as someone else, but results in getting to the place where we want to be has to be done through the same things, and it has to be by doing the work. Maybe some of these things, maybe all of these apply to you. Maybe some of these things here you can kind of pick from. But these are the most important things, and just keep it simple. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to create a brand new tire. You don't have to have all these shiny things. If it's getting stronger, then it's just progressive overload each day and each week. Yeah, guess what? It's not a nice journey. It takes probably 6 months, a year. It might take 5 years. It might take 10 years. But that's what you signed up for. That's what you should be aware of. It's not, especially when it comes to strength or building muscle, it's a long-term game. It's not something that you achieve in 2 weeks. And I think maybe that's what the overpromising and that's where the marketing comes from because it's like you want this quick result. With all due respect, that's okay. You can leave and you can get that, but it won't be happening through this process or this plan because it's about the long-term project and this is how we do it sustainably. If you want the Ozempic, you can get that. If you want, you know, steroids or if you want to fill your muscles with oil, you can do that. But that's not how this works here, and that's it's not going to serve you if you're trying to do all these 101 different things. So it's January. Let's remember that. It's the start of a new year. Think about where you were last year, how far you've come this year, and think about just remembering if you had success doing the same things, it's over and over, it's grinding results, and you'll smash it. And if you're new to this, if you're starting something new, then it's an acceptation. Then it's the expectation that you're not the exception, and you have to do the stuff the same as everyone else if you want to achieve your goal. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully it was a little bit relevant for you. If not, let's talk about it in the group chat. Maybe you've got some ideas about it. But yeah, hopefully this helped. Just as a reminder that we have to do the simple stuff, we have to do the ugly stuff, but that is what works and that is how we get results. Appreciate you all, and we'll find out what other day we've got to do this. But yeah, that pretty much wraps this one up. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.